What's happening, everyone, and welcome to the More Life Frequency podcast. If you're looking to infuse your events with an epic party vibe, or you're getting started in the entertainment industry, you're in the right place. I'm your host, Isaac, and after a decade of rocking dance floors from Australia to Greece, I'm here to share with you the stories and strategies from my journey in the entertainment business. Welcome everybody to episode 6 of the More Life Frequency podcast, and I've got a very special guest with me today who is my business partner, Dan. How you doing?
Very good.
Excellent. So Dan has been in the entertainment industry for around 10 years now. Started off as a DJ, doing mobile gigs and things like that. Moved into music production, toured around the world, across Europe, across Australasia as well. We actually toured as a duo, fun fact. So we've been putting up with each other for about 10 years now. And I am going today to delve into some topics in relation to event planning that Dan has learned throughout the year. So I'm gonna start off with, what is your number one tip for somebody when they are hosting an event in regards to something to focus on, which is really important, that's going to elevate their event to the next level?
I think it's best to see what their goals are. So, like for example, if they want to have everyone have a good time, maybe dancing is a priority, which is, is your entertainment. What's your entertainment like? Or you're like, if you want it to be a social thing where people sit down and have dinner and have that kind of setting, but you kind of have to figure out what is your end goal to be like, I want to have the best time with the most, loud music, this entertainer, this DJ, and be like, okay, how am I going to plan it out? If you book an artist or get an entertainer that's too upbeat for what you actually want to just have background music and have people, communicating at a conference, rather than having a hens party that I've done before where they just want to send it.
Yeah.
And you want to pick the right person or entertainer for that thing and then go from there.
And then in regards to, obviously, some gigs that we've done in the past regarding the venue complementing
for sure
the entertainment as
well. So
the
one, to go back to the hens, that was done in like a mini warehouse. So you can have the music as loud as you want. Yeah. Rather, at some venues, if it was, for example, next to a restaurant or whatever, you're going to have complaints if you're like sending it, everyone's like jumping and
100%.
And the music is too loud for anyone else to, do anything. While this was a warehouse next to no residents.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now, what would you say to people who didn't necessarily want to book an event at a venue and they have it at home? Is there something that, what they should look out for, or maybe an area where they can, save heaps of money or create a certain vibe or something like that? Talk to that.
So if you're gonna have it at home, like today the weather is unpredictable. Like it was raining and then it was sunny and it was windy. It's like you need to know where your patrons are going to be. If your house is big enough to hold 80 people inside, then you got a pretty big house.
Yeah.
Or else if you have it in the backyard, like you need to have like either a canopy or whatever. Is that going to blow away? Blah, blah, blah. You need to have options for wet weather, as well as how loud are you going to have it till the late of the night. Mm-hmm. If you're going to have it super loud past midnight, like you're not allowed to do that. The cops will shut you down. But you can be as loud as you want from like 5 p.m. or 3 o'clock till around midnight.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you can go from there, get the entertainer. It's cheaper. Obviously, than having it at a venue, you can get alcohol from like Dan Murphy's or whatever.
Yeah,
like get that sorted, like what I did for my engagement.
Yeah. And how did you find like that experience of having your engagement at home? Because how many people were there?
About 80.
About 80 people.
100 were invited, but people drop out or they have something.
Yeah. That's something else to keep in mind when people are throwing events.
Yeah,
because if you pay 100 people,
because if you pay per head, you're gonna pay around 200 to 250 a head, and then if people don't show up, it's just a waste of money.
Yeah, no, 100%. And that's
So how like I did it with the engagement party, and then got the alcohol from Dan Murphy's, which was about 2.5, 3K.
Okay.
But we only ended up spending around $2,000 on alcohol and got 1,000 back
Because you returned.
because you can return the alcohol as well. So if you decide
It's
like
unopened, as long as you don't scoff half of it.
no, as long as it's unopened,
Yeah.
unopened, unrefrigerated.
Yeah,
So you can
okay.
have it at like. Another thought is if you have a wedding on like a farm or whatever, you just get the catering company to come and whatever, and then
That's
you
a
can
good
bring your
money saver.
booze,
Yeah.
put your alcohol in. There's like a mobile esky thing. It's like a mini
I remember you
cubicle.
mentioning that to me, actually.
Yeah, it's like a mini cubicle that's like a caravan, but it's like really small. It looks like a disposable, those festival urinals. But
Actually?
it looks like a festival urinal when you open the door, but it's
But it's
just
a
a
fridge.
freezer. It's a freezer.
Oh, freezer.
So if you put alcohol, or like you can set it to whatever temperature you want.
Okay.
So if you have wine in there, white wine, you set it a bit, around 8 to 10 degrees.
Yeah.
But yeah,
From
and then
the
if
connoisseur himself.
I'm not sure if I'm correct, but anyway. But you
Yeah,
can have it
yeah,
as
yeah.
a fridge or a freezer, and you can keep your stuff cool. And it's just like the size of like 2 meters high by 2 meters long. You got
Yeah,
like
okay.
duct to get in and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so it's convenient
And that'll save a little bit of money for the people.
for sure.
Yeah, hosting. That's awesome. Let's wind it back now and talk a little bit more about entertainment. And obviously, you've been in the industry for a while. We both have.
Yeah.
And talk a little bit to how it's changed over the years, but also how people can keep in mind, these changes in order to keep their events at a certain energy level. And a big thing I'm talking about here is like technology. It's obviously evolved so much since we both started DJing. What are your thoughts on
I
that
feel
topic?
with that sort of thing, people kind of get absorbed in their phones and they're not really as present as they used to be. You can even go back and have a look at references of people in Ibiza when they just had the Nokia brick phones and people with the Kodak cameras.
Yeah.
But
They're
now
coming back,
everyone's
the Kodaks.
now everyone's just like this with their iPhone
Yeah.
standing there. And even at weddings, it's like even we had the previous person on this podcast. I'm sure he raised the point of
Jake, you're
he's
talking
taking photos. Yeah, he's taking
Yeah.
photos, and there's someone just like this taking.
You know what he actually said? He said that he would be taking photos of the bride and groom, and then people also want that same photo taken on their phone.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah. So it's like they have a quality massive camera, but they still want.
Yeah.
So what we were talking about was like people want stuff now as well.
Yeah, they want instant gratification.
Yeah. So like, I guess even like when you're performing and things, what Jake mentioned in regards to how he controls it is he lets it happen, but at a certain time. Like, for example, okay, it's time to get your phones out now, and then you put them.
Yeah. No, you
away.
just segment it. But obviously, being a DJ or entertainer, you can't really control that until everyone put their phones away, unless we've done a little boiler room style event where we told everyone to put their phones away, specifically for the 45 minutes.
Yeah, exactly.
Just so everyone can get in the groove. But if you're at a guest that's performing at someone's event, you're not going to really tell them to say, can you put your phones away?
Yeah, it'd be quite unique, I think, though, for somebody to, let's say we get booked for an event and they book a videographer, photographer. If one of the ideas in order for people to have a better time is they say, all right, everybody put your phones in, in this basket.
Yeah.
Like, how cool would that be to do an event?
And put your phone away, and then you can put disposable cameras on the table, so at least they can still take
That's a
pictures.
mad idea.
But they don't get
Yeah.
the photo straight away. And even what I found is really cool with, I did my 30th recently. I just got like these disposable Kodak cameras, and then took them to BW or wherever to get them developed. And then getting them back, you're like, oh, that's an awesome memory, and you'll have it forever, instead of just taking like 50 photos on your iPhone in like 3 seconds.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it's something like you can hold. It's tangible.
Yeah, and you feel like excited, and you're like, oh, wow, that photo came out, blah, blah.
I remember seeing those photos that came out. Sammy brought them to your birthday breakfast, remember?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, take a look at these. It's actually so cool. Sometimes an effect you can't even get
Yeah. Well, there's filters for DSLR cameras. So, like, as a photographer, you can put a filter onto your expensive camera to make it look vintage.
Okay, as an effect.
But, like, you know.
Yeah. No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. What about, I'm just thinking now top of my head, because obviously you want to create events which are memorable and things like that. Now, over the years, regarding like recorded DJ sets at people's events, it hasn't really been, we've never really been asked.
No.
But as like a memorabilia thing, what's your thoughts with like, I guess that sort of aspect? If they're really into music as like a...
It could work with people want to record it, but I feel like it's not just audio, you need the visual too. So if someone, like with one of our packages, which is like the boiler room package, if someone specifically was like, I want one of them for whatever event, they would definitely want to get that filmed and then be able to have
and have the audio as well.
I'm sure they'd want to post it on their own social media and be like, I had this for my birthday.
Because that'd be hectic.
Yeah. I think like that, but like, you know, a just general party, I feel like people wouldn't really. But if they want to go out and ball out, boiler room package.
That's an option. There you go. Shameless plug over here. How good.
The truth hurts.
Now, beyond like the highlights of entertainment, a lot of people tend to say that, you know, you're really lucky getting to DJ all these events, and, you know, you're getting paid basically to have fun. But take us a little bit behind the scenes of like gigs that we've been to in regards to like, you know, maybe a couple of hurdles that come about, or things that maybe event planners don't necessarily think about some of the times. That's a reality of playing.
I'll answer in both sections. I'll answer as a DJ, and then I'll answer as an entertainer for an event. So as a DJ, people think like, oh wow, you just rock up, you press play, everyone has fun, you get blasted, and then you pack up. You pack up and you go home. But it's like, if you take it seriously, you're working 7 days a week. During the day, you're either doing a full-time job or you're doing music, and then at night you're going out to play. So you work, so like for example, if you're on a Friday night, you're working from 9 till maybe 3, 4, then you're packing the car, then you're going to the gig, then you're DJing. And yes, you can have drinks or whatever, but you're still there to work, entertain, put up a smile, even though if you're tired or your missus is angry with you for whatever reason,
you still have to,
you still have to
and perform,
show that you're ready, having a good time. And you have to love it. You have to be an extrovert, I believe. If you're an introvert and want to be a DJ, it's going to be really hard. Really, really hard.
Yeah. It's not that to say it doesn't happen. We've obviously met a lot of introverted DJs.
Yeah, you can.
I would say that's probably the most common thing, but being extroverted helps a lot.
It would helping with people to be extrovert. For an event side, I would say that you just have to communicate with the venue, really, and try to make it as smooth as you can with the event organizer or the person who's hiring you. And with communication, like if they hire you and you're DJing and you're playing house music and they're like, we want 60s, it's like, well, you didn't tell me that. You have to go out of your own way to try and find that information and see if you fit what they want.
Yeah.
And what it's good before is to, if they have seen you previously, and then you can literally do your thing. And most of the stuff that we used to do, like when I was 18, a few dinosaurs ago. I'm only 30 now, so that's 12 years.
You're still young, mate. You'll be doing this till you're Fat Boy Slim's age.
80.
How old's he?
No, it's like 60-something.
Yeah, probably like 60-something.
But anyway, if they've seen you perform before, then it's fantastic, because then you can just rock up and be like, yep, let's go. And then just do your thing.
Yeah. I get you.
So,
it's definitely easier when they know what to expect. That being said, I'll refer to another episode that I did regarding finding a DJ as well. There are resources out there, such as SoundCloud, Mixcloud, and YouTube, that even if you haven't seen, for example, even us before, like you go onto the morlyfe website, for example, heaps of content out there in order to do your research so that you know, okay, this is the vibe.
Yeah, you can, if they have a profile of sound, if you've seen them offline, if you've had a look at their YouTube page or their testimonials or their SoundCloud mixes. I don't know. I find when you book a DJ, for example, if someone says like a wedding, it depends. Like, you can have Gen Z people who are like, oh, we're going to get married. And it might be completely different from someone who's like delayed and is a boomer and is getting married now. The kind of music is going to be hugely different.
Yeah.
And I feel like they might have more formalities. So like, even with us, if someone says like wedding, we really, really want them to know that the style that we play and how we work, rather than just some DJs are like, yeah, we do everything.
Yeah,
We'll do a birthday that's a 16-year-old or a school formal, and then it's just like the radio music, and then you're just like, well, why are you doing this?
Definitely irks them.
Yeah.
It's like, it irks me that people that say they do everything in regards to DJ genres. I don't think you're
like a chef. You have a speciality.
Exactly. That's a good
Or you're like
way
an artist,
that's a
and
good
you're
way of
like,
doing it,
you know,
of saying it.
Picasso would paint one way, someone else would paint another way. I don't know about paintings, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Or like a chef might be like, he's from Thailand and makes Thai food.
Yeah.
Or is from, you know.
You never go to...
Yeah, or as an Italian, you know.
Yeah.
And
You never go to a restaurant and like they say, yeah, we make everything.
You're like, this is going to be terrible. I'm going to get food poisoning.
Yeah. So treat your entertainers and DJs,
exactly the same
I
thing.
would say as the same.
If they're like, oh, we DJ and MC, red flag. Huge red flag.
That's true, actually. When have we ever seen...
No. And even I refuse to MC. No way.
Yeah.
I'll make an announcement saying, please be seated, dinner is ready. Well, that's about it.
Yeah, no, that's so true. I feel like MCing is just a different art form, to be honest.
No, it's just like if you ask a radio host to say, okay, DJ in front of 5,000 people, they'll go, what?
Yeah.
But you put a DJ in front of 5,000 people who knows how to DJ, sure. You put them on a radio show and like, can you present 30 minutes for the sports headlines? They're going to be like, today we have a...
Yeah, no, definitely. I 100% agree. That's some great points over there. So now, what do you see like going forward? I guess one of the challenges in the industry in general, because there can be a lot of like, I guess, over information in regards to, you know, somebody's trying to book an entertainer. There's so much info out there. Venues, there's so much info. You can go on TikTok, Instagram, this, that.
Yeah.
So what can be the challenges of hosting a really good event with all this sort of noise going on, and then, you know, friends telling you do this, do that, or how would you approach, or let's make a bit of a more personal example. How did you approach your own engagement party which you hosted at home? How did you choose?
I would just cut that question in half and say I would go from a DJ perspective, and I would go as, you know, events and entertainment perspective. So the DJ perspective would be how to get noticed or how to get booked, or, you know, make this a full-time thing where you're earning money. I would say focus on a niche. Make sure you're obviously not too niche where you're not going to get booked or whatever. But make sure your socials are all good, your website is all good. You get yourself out there, you DJ a few areas. While as an events perspective, I would say that, you know, you kind of need to know, you know, the venue, or you need to know like bits and pieces of how you want to construct the night.
Yeah.
Or that sort of thing.
And what did you do in relation to, like, I guess, research when you chose to have it at home? Like, I remember you were meeting up with Jake as well for a couple of things. And so speak to that a little bit.
Yeah. So with having it at home, it's just the pros and cons of either having it at a venue or having it at home, like to do with pricing. But like I say, like for, you know, sound limitations, there'll be no sound limitations. For entertainer doing what they want, they have enough space.
Mm-hmm.
People coming and going, it's accessible for, people to come because it's here. If you have it down south or whatever, people have to travel. Yes, it's cheaper and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's pretty much with having it at home or whatever, and finding the right thing for you. You just have to literally just do your research. It's just the same perspective as, okay, you're a DJ and you want to start doing DJ gigs. You have to have as much as information and resources online for people to be able to look you up and understand you as a product, as a business, and as a person. They have to like all three things before you go ahead. And I feel like as a consumer as well, and you're like, oh, I want to do a venue, or I chose to do it at home. I said, okay, it's my home. I can do whatever I want, and it's completely fine. And then even doing the research for a catering company, you ask people for referrals, and you speak to people, you speak to a photographer. My friend Jay couldn't do my engagement party, so I asked him for a referral for another photographer. He sent me their work.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes just you got to have the research out there. So like, you want to get booked as a DJ, make sure you've got stuff under your belt. You've got a website. You've got people to check out your music. You've got a credible resource. Even with another side, with being like the entertainer or having the event venue, you do your research online, you check your budget, and you just go from there.
Talk to people and things like that
as
well.
Yeah.
Do you find that it was very time consuming?
Yeah. Well, how long's a piece of string?
Yeah. But was it?
Definitely. Well, even we wanted to have a saxophone player, and mate, it took me about 2 weeks to find someone.
Yeah,
and even communication with them wasn't the best. If you want to get ahead, you want to provide a service that you communicate really well.
Yeah, okay.
You got to communicate really well. You're efficient. You answer the phone.
How many times they don't?
Because even venues sometimes don't answer the phone.
Yeah,
you call them and you're trying to get a price, or you're trying to make a booking and they won't answer.
And you're the one paying.
Yeah. Now imagine you ring a venue to try and you want a DJ out. They're not even going to answer you. So you got to be persistent, even with the DJ side, and even with your event and your venue. You just have to find someone. If you decide to use their venue, do they answer the phone? Do they communicate well? Is it the right price? It could be $50,000 and they're on the phone every 3 seconds and they answer your call, but it's not in your price range.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So you have to find a fine line with doing that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. You spoke about hiring a sax player.
Mm-hmm.
What would be your advice to people who are looking to, I want to go all out, I want to have a DJ, I want to have a sax guy, I want to have a singer, I want to have, which we've done
before.
That style before.
Yep.
But what's your advice to somebody who's looking to sort of bring it all together?
At their event?
Yeah.
It takes time. You're dealing with people.
Yeah. Okay.
Things come up. Well, even with the photographer that I got recommended and I vouch for. So Jake recommended me that person, and I vouch for Jake, and I trust his judgment. But something tragic happened to his kid, and he didn't respond to his phone for like 4 days. Then he responded and said, "Oh, my daughter, blah blah blah, hospital there and there." So things happen in life, and things get in the way.
Yeah.
But to organize something like that, it takes time. You need people, and you just need people power.
Sometimes the stars need to align as well in a certain way. The more people
that are involved, the longer it takes.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. That's definitely something to keep in mind. What would you say in regards to pairing DJs with a certain sax player and stuff like that, just style-wise now? Thinking about like music style and if they gel sort of together, and
they have to adapt. They have to adapt to what they both want to do.
Yeah.
So either the DJ folds to the sax, or the sax guy DJ he folds to the DJ.
Yeah.
Or else they come to an agreement where they're hybrid style.
Yeah.
But yeah, if the sax player DJ performs one style like jazz, and then the DJ just plays trap music, then it's going to be a shit show.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to mesh.
Mesh it together.
But it's all up to the person organizing. It has to have open communication. That's what I say. Just communication is key. With having to the event, you're like, this is the DJ, blah, blah, communicate. What do you play? Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely. Getting them talking is a big one.
Yeah.
Like your DJ, your sax player and stuff.
Well, even when you book a venue, you need to, you have the event organizer. You call them once, you have a half an hour conversation, you call them back, and then they never answer the phone again. You're like, well, that was a waste of time.
Yeah. Yeah. I get
So you have to, like,
Uh-huh.
are they communicative? Do they get things done? You know?
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Now, you started DJing when you were pretty young. Most of your friends were still working at Woolies or Macca's at the time, and you were at parties on the weekend, DJing, making money and all that sort of jazz, having a good time. Over the years of DJing, what do you think have been the most rewarding times and the most rewarding things?
I think looking back it was a really good time when I was 20 till about like 23, 24, or 19 to 23, 24, when we were literally booked out Friday, Saturday, Sunday all the time. And then at the end of the Sunday, I would look at, because we used to get paid cash most of the time. I'd look at my wallet and be like, oh, wow, what people used to earn in a week, I used to just do over the weekend. Plus, I used to do uni as well. So I used to juggle that and be like, this is really good. This is really efficient. I'm having a great time. I'm DJing and blah, blah. It's good money. And I think, like, with more life and bringing that back, I reckon that would be really cool.
Yeah, definitely.
To get that stuff
definitely
rolling back again. And I feel like, those moments of DJing and blah, blah, to good people, good venues. And even the one that we did the Hens at, which was the private event, that was really cool as well, to bring back the memories of what we used to do.
Yeah, and we
really
actually,
sick.
we
And
played
knew
back
them
some
for a long
throwback.
time.
Yeah, exactly.
And some people we've known for like eight years.
From the very beginning, even so we used to be residents at F45, and that used to be around, and one of the girls there we were there on her first day working there.
Yeah.
And so we've known her for years, and we're playing heaps of throwback stuff.
And I feel like with COVID as well, I feel like a lot of people have stopped that nightlife scene as well, to do with like people are more, kids younger as well are always like this. And you're like, hello. Oh yeah.
Kind of like me checking my podcast notes just then.
No, but like I feel like they need to be injected with, like, they need nightlife, they need music. It's like so many nightclubs now have been shut down because, they say COVID, but I feel like the
culture?
The culture and the interaction between people has completely changed because everything is just on the damn phone.
Yeah. Like everything in life, you literally almost don't need to leave your house anymore. You can do the groceries there. People dating on their phones, because when we started, that's how you met most people. Yeah, is being like out in a venue at an event, and now the event is on your palm of your hand, sort of thing. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, people are slowly now starting to do like events and things in the city and stuff like that.
I don't think it will ever die.
Yeah.
I don't think it will ever die.
But I feel like they need that European culture where it's just like,
Yeah. Pumping it up. So, for all of you who don't know, so we started off mobile DJing and then moved into our artist project. And now, because our artist project reached a certain level, getting privately booked for that artist project. So we've decided to establish morlyfe entertainment, to bring our experience to these events, which basically started off our career, to inject more life into it. So it's really all about what we're talking about now, injecting that energy and bringing it back and things like that. So
shizzle.
Yes, how good. So what I'm going to ask you now is there anything that you know now that you wish you had known at the start? Like if you could talk to the Dan that did his first ever DJ gig, mobile gig, if you could tell him one thing about, he obviously has no idea the years ahead, what's going to happen.
Yeah.
One thing you would say.
I would say consistent. Just keep being consistent with, it's to do with anything, even like, for example, to do with if you're a weightlifter or anything like that, you can't just go and jump and be like, oh, I'm going to squat 150 kilos, or I'm going to squat 180 kilos. It's like, no, you weigh 60 kilos, which I probably used to when I was 18. Anyway,
Yeah,
I was much smaller. But yeah, you have to build up. You can't just be like, oh, I just did this gig, I'm gonna go and DJ in front of this massive crowd, or I'm gonna do this, and why haven't I achieved that, or why haven't I got that? It's like it takes time to get to that level. Yes, you see other people that, oh, they got up there faster than me. It's like they probably, it's one in a billion. They probably won the lottery,
Yeah.
And they got there super fast. Like, given as an example, Will Sparks, when he was 16, released Oh Yeah, and then his career exploded.
Yeah.
Well, give it another example, who's Medusa. They produced for 15 years. No one knew about them.
Yeah.
And then they produced Piece of Your Heart, and then they went up.
Yeah.
So you never know. It just takes time, but you have to be willing to put the work in and enjoy it. Same thing, for example, with the gym. It's like you have to enjoy going and training every day.
Yeah.
And then when you want to reach that goal and you hit that target that you want, so hard work and just consistency, and enjoying the journey on the way. Obviously, things get tough and things get in the way, or sickness happens or anything like that, but you just have to just keep the ball rolling at your own pace, and you don't have to compare yourself with other people and be like, oh, he's doing 12-hour days, he's doing 16-hour days, look at him, he's working his ass off. But you have to kind of be like, my capacity is here, I can't go any further without causing further damage where you burn out and then you're not working for a month. It's better off you work 6 hours a day for 5 days a week, but you do that for 20 years rather than you do 3 months, you burn out, you get sick of it, and then you throw it away.
For sure. I feel like that's applicable to like people in the entertainment industry coming up, but also people trying to organize and throw their events.
For sure.
They might feel like this is important for their partner, like an engagement or a wedding, but they've taken on all these responsibilities. They obviously have day jobs, or they might have their own business and stuff.
Do anything with work. If you want to have an event, or if you're an event planner or a wedding planner, and then you're dealing with other people and they're like, I want this. And it's like, well, you can't have the moon, darling.
Yeah.
And you have all these things to do. You just control what's in your control. Just work hard, but know your limits.
Yeah. How have you managed, I guess, how has that changed over the years? Managing your limits from a personal level.
I feel like when I was younger, when I was like 18 to 28 or whatever, I was just like, go, work from 9 till 9 every day. But now I'm older, I'm just like, you need your sleep, I need to stretch, I need to go to the gym, and then, just you can do your work, but it doesn't matter, like, there's always tomorrow. And then if you burn out, then, you just want to be consistent. And even with, it kind of blew my mind listening to, I know I'm referring to another gym analogy, but anyway.
He loves his gym.
I forget the bodybuilder's name, but anyway, he won Mr. Olympia. It will ring a bell in my name. The name will ring in my head. Anyway, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean.
Well, yeah, he trained 3 days off, 3 days on, 1 day off, 3 days on, 1 day off. He only trained 3 days.
Yeah.
And then had a day off. It wasn't like I work out 7 days a week for 5 hours a day. He did like 3 hours, 2 hours a day, and he won it. And it's just being consistent. And he just did it over the years and just was being consistent. Ate well, slept well, blah, blah, blah. Just have to be consistent.
For sure. I feel like consistency can be perceived as slow.
Yeah.
Which is why people
that's growth.
fall out
It's the same thing with like It's to do with money, compounding and interest. It's at the end where it just goes poosh.
Yeah, for sure. And you only need like that one moment for it to go.
Yeah.
Push.
For it to go well.
Yeah,
and even with
100%.
if you're hosting your own event, I know I kind of going slightly segmented away, but if you want to have your event and you're like, I want to do my wedding, I'm going to do it in 6 months, rush, you get to the wedding day and it's over in a flash.
Yeah.
And then you're like, wow, I just spent $80,000 to $100,000 in 8 hours. Whoa.
Yeah.
And you don't even enjoy it. And you invite 150 people. And everyone's just like, rush, cake.
Yeah.
Photos. And we're on the honeymoon. And then you're like,
whoa.
and then you're back to work. It's all about, savor your meal.
Yeah, definitely. And enjoy the process of the lead up.
Yeah.
Because the events do go quickly.
Yeah.
Look at all the events that we've hosted
when we DJ, or even like weddings, parties, it's like a time warp. You go in there, you perform, you're like, holy crap, that was 6 hours.
Yeah, for sure.
It just flies, completely flies.
Yeah, and then all the prep that you do for it, it's just like
even
over in an instant.
The engagement party that I had, so much prep, and then people rock up and they come 5-6 hours and then it's gone. I didn't even spend any time with my partner. It was like 3 seconds.
You were just
like zoop.
Same thing on tour, going around the house.
Same thing with a wedding as well. And fun fact, or I heard as well, that the correlation between the amount of money you spend on a wedding is increased with divorce too.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the more money that has been spent and the more lavish it is,
the
higher rate of divorce.
Yeah, okay.
Fun facts with Dan.
Yeah, sourced by Daniel over here. Oh my God. Wow.
True.
Oh, that's insane.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
Super interesting. Really interesting. I think I'm going to have to thank you for your time now. That was a really, really cool conversation.
Sweet ass.
Thanks for providing such a great insight. If you got value from this episode, be sure to share it with somebody who is hosting an event. Please like, follow, comment, and all that good stuff. Thanks again for coming along, Dan. Any bookings, morlyfe.com.au for DJ bookings. And my name is Isaac. And as I always say, all the best and stuff the rest.